levels. What? You gonna believe me? Think a brown skin rook can see them. Get a go retrieve it, the short small. When that's from Cali, chip in a white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Mere feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, ball at the 36. Penix working from the gun. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Penix here from the gun. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Mike Sandra still makes the play. So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making forcing that pick.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
From the 22 on second down. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. Hits some space around midfield. Big man showing up the yards. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And that's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Gay with the point after. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Penix on third down. That one's caught by Mooney. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at first down here. It's Penix yet again. Escapes out to the left. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here's second and 7. Get some space around midfield. And they make the tackle at the 38. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix on first down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Penix to throw again on second. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third down, it's Penix. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. A run, it's Krosky Merritt. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second and 8. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes the pocket. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. A run now with Krosky Merritt. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. They run. It's Krosky Merritt. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. trying to add to their lead. Falcons going nickel to defend this third down play. Johnson finds the football, complete by a man, and now he's in the clear. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Daniels on first down. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Second down and 10. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Daniels is going to throw again. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Gay to add the extra point. He connects on the extra point try. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On first down, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Penix to throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And the deep ball falls incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Daniels from the pistol. Good strike downfield to Lane. He takes it down to the 33. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Daniels now on first down. Buys time, rolling right. Firing one deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Caught just shy of the goal line. And that's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. McLeod now returning it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. To kick it away, here's Pinion. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Kronsky Merritt on the carry. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, Daniels. On the move, headed right. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Throwing now on first down, Penix. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, so it'll be second down. Penix working from the gun. Has Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And 4th and 4 coming up. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They aren't going for this. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Drake London with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete to Johnston, outright. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Completed here to Johnston. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Has room inside the 25. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Gay with the point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. Out quickly to Wilson. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Same guy, Wilson again. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play good for 17 on a first down. From the shotgun, Penix. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Penix here from the gun. Oh, he's got it in close. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now trail by just a point in the fourth. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 13 on the pickup, and the Commanders will have a first. Daniels back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one connects. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a fourth-quarter lead. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Penix. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons losing by 7. First down, ball at the 36. Setting up to pass. Try and push it deep downfield. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a point late in this one. Drake London with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That throw finds Johnston. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He'll look to throw it. This is Legant working the left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That's him on the quick hitter. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Setting him on the dive. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. To throw. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Eckler takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
You get these goal-to-go situations, the last thing you're thinking offensively is you're going backwards. And to go back 4 yards, well, that's a tip of the cap to that defense.
The Commanders take a timeout, their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in where it really mattered.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say goodbye from Atlanta.